I'm Olivia. I did the program for 6 months and I work full-time as a teacher.
What was your biggest struggle or frustration before you started working with Evolve Coaching?
My biggest struggle was definitely consistency. And it was so easy for me to get home from school and be like, oh, I'm so tired. Like, I don't want to work out today. I'll just do it tomorrow. And just kind of kept pushing it off for like, okay, next week I'll really start going hard. And then next week would come and I would be like tired again. And I just never was able to get out of that like cycle. It was frustrating because in my head, I always wanted to start working out, but my brain was just not there yet.
You hit pretty much every single workout in the program for the entire 6 months.
It was hard sometimes.
I'm speaking to the people watching right now. When I tell y'all she would text me and ask me to modify because she was going home to see her parents, she was dedicated. Had you tried other solutions before this, and why didn't they work for you?
I hadn't tried like a specific program. It was always just kind of something like independent, which I think was the hard part for me. There's like, 25-day challenge on YouTube and someone will post like a little playlist of videos, and sometimes I would try those, and by day 3 I was like, all right, I'm over this lady, like she's annoying. And I've never been someone that would like go to the gym. The gym kind of like stressed me out. Oh no, I hadn't really tried anything before this.
What was it like working with me, and how would you describe my coaching style?
And I know this is not the experience for everybody in your program, but I would call it supportive from a distance. And like the distance part could sound bad, but like that is what I felt like I needed. But I know that if I needed less distance, I could have asked that from you and you would have like given that to me, which is perfect. But I'm someone where if I felt like you were like down my throat every single night texting me like, okay, how was your workout? What'd you do? How do you feel? Did you get all your steps today? What did you eat? I would be like, oh my God, I need a break. And it would stress me out. So it felt so supportive. And I know that I could always reach out to you and get whatever I needed. But it was kind of on like my terms or when I felt like I needed it, which was very nice. And I liked that.
I remember in our first check-in, I asked you what you liked about coaching, what your favorite part was. And that's what you said. I was like, okay, understood. What was your favorite part of the process?
Sometimes you had me doing really wild exercises that I've never done before and never like even knew existed. And it was kind of fun, especially when I would get a new program, like we would start something new and I'd be like, ooh, let me go look at my exercises for the week. And it was something I have never done. I was like, girl, what is she making me do in the gym right now? I loved it. And some of those ones that felt so funky at first were some of my favorites. And I probably would have never found them otherwise.
What specific results have you achieved since we started?
Well, I can do some push-ups now, which is big news. Never before has been done on this girl, which has been exciting. We went ziplining while we were in Georgia, and sometimes you get stuck close to the end. You have to like pull yourself back. And I got stuck and they were like, oh, someone go help her. And I was like, guys, I can do push-ups now. I'm fine. And I pulled myself.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I can do some push-ups.
Hell yeah.
But sometimes I hope there's a push-up contest and I can just show people I can do them.
I would crack up because you would just randomly send me a push-up PR with no context. You wouldn't say anything. And I would watch and I would count them. I was like, you just PR'd again.
I would not even realize, and I would just kind of start doing it and not really be counting, and I would just keep going until I was like, oh, and then I would like look at the camera like, wait a second, I think I just did 7.
If someone was on the fence about joining this program, what would you tell them?
Just told them to do it. Like, why not? Try it out. You'll figure out things that you might not have known before. It's so different than just like doing it on your own because there's someone to hold you accountable, and then you don't really have to do any of the planning work, which is really nice. Why not?
Thanks, Liv.
Oh, you're welcome.